So, the willingness to not give meaning to anything, the readiness to not give meaning to anything. Nothing has any meaning except what the mind gives to it. What is just is. Willingness to question every concept, every belief, every idea, not to let a single thing go by without questioning, is it true? In order to undo the tangle of concepts, beliefs, and ideas, the imaginings of what is real, obscure what is real. What is real is so simple. Truth is freedom. Truth is simple. In our human conditioning, we are caught in a tangle, and that tangle allows us to give meaning to everything according to the me. And so there has to be this willingness to question everything in order to undo the tangle. The me can be seeking for spiritual experience, can be seeking for truth. But in all honesty, the me is searching for truth according to me, according to my concepts, wanting to make everything fit in to the ideas and beliefs. And then most often spirituality becomes entertainment for the me. New experiences, more learned knowledge. And it's all about the me. The me looking to qualify itself, looking to justify itself in order to be comfortable. True nature has no meaning, has no concepts. Let us say true nature is the only thing that cannot be conceptualized. So it can only be known when all concepts are dropped. It is the freshness of now, the direct experience of simply being. It is the silence, the stillness, the simplicity of what is. Let us say in this age of Kali Yuga that even most of what appears on the surface as spirituality is delusion. So it's hard. It's hard to untangle the concepts, the ideas. And just to come to silence, to just come to now. To untangle the new age culture of spirituality, which is just another distraction, just another delusion, just another way to build The willingness to let it all tumble and to stop building roads and paths, stop building concepts, stop building more ideas and beliefs, stop building temples and structures, strategies and positions. Stop believing in iconography. Stop believing in things that are not real, things that satisfy the me. It's a stripping away of everything that the me uses to confirm itself. These words are strong, but the strength is power. It is the power of truth. The power of truth undoes, it strips, it reveals what is not real in order to leave just what is real. And what is real is the knowing of being. The knowing of being yourself, which is the silence, the stillness, the simplicity. Yes, it can be useful to know the how-tos of how to untangle the mess of delusion, how to untangle from believing in that which is not real. You cannot know how to live this from a mental perspective, can only come to the emptiness, the openness, where the knowing is so rich and deep that life knows how to live itself. Life knows how to live itself. So there's no one that needs to know or wonder or understand, strategize, hold positions. There's no one that needs, because life knows. Life knows how to live itself. Love knows how to love. Freedom is already free, and you are that. So as these words come, it is just to catch the wind, catch the fragrance, feel the resonance. And when you feel the resonance, feel the intimacy with yourself in that resonance. Feel the intimacy of truly knowing yourself, where there are no concepts, where there is nothing to believe. There is no one to join with, because the joining dissolves all sense of separation. Merging into the remembering of reality, that which is real. Mm. Mm. The willingness to question everything, the readiness to question everything. Are you ready to question everything? Does the felt sense of questioning everything bring you alive. Does your heart sing at the possibility of being stripped bare of all concepts and beliefs? Or does the heart feel fearful? It's just to notice, just to notice. The play of the world is such nonsense, such complete and utter nonsense. Constantly being revealed in its nonsensical falseness. How it is only when we give meaning, we can build whole lives on the meaning that we give to things. What we bow to, what we give energy and power to, the external structures have to be seen through, in order for this freedom to be known. So much delusion, so many flows of archetypal energy still running around as the play of the world. What do we bow to? What do we give our power to? What do we imagine is higher, better? What do we use to feel small, to keep that ego contained? There's nothing out there that is better than you, nothing out there that is more powerful than you, nothing that can take your happiness, nothing that you need to be afraid of. Nothing. Those are all ideas and beliefs, all concepts. The ego sense is naturally invested, has to be invested in believing that it can lose something, or that something is missing, usually both. And so power is given to these ideas that love can be taken, love cannot be taken. Happiness can be taken, happiness cannot be taken. There is a surface culture of fear, and we are so bought into it, so invested in it. But what is invested in it is the patterning that creates the sense of ego. We have to get underneath this veiling, this cloud, this Maya. We have to be so willing to have every single structure, strategy, and position revealed. There is nothing higher than the one true nature. But the one true nature is not high, and the one true nature is not low. The one true nature just is. It's an equanimity. It's not better. It's not special. It's not elevated. It's not above. It just is. It just is. So as these words come, it is to feel the resonance of what is being pointed to. Are you willing to give up your spiritual concepts? Are you willing to stop being entertained by the world and the play of spirituality? Are you willing to let it all go in order to be truly free? Does this make your heart sing, or does this bring a fear just to feel, just to find out? Bow only to yourself without even knowing what that is, if necessary. Bow only to yourself. Be in prostration only to this moment. If you are in prostration to this moment so fully, you will know yourself, because you will let go of all of those other false ideas of that which is higher, more powerful, more real, more true than you. Bow only to this moment. Let the pedestals crumble. Every single pedestal, let it crumble. Be only here now. Be yourself here now. Know the happiness that can never be taken. Know the love that can never be lost. Know the truth that just is, so simple, so real. Because it is what you are, it is who you are. It is the silent answer to every question. It is to see all of the ways that we distract, all of the ways that the me wants to constantly give power to something, someone that has something that you don't have. It's not true. Not true. Join with me here, not because I have something to give you. I do not. Nothing. Not a thing. Not a single thing do I have to give you that you are not already. Just an invitation to be here and to know what I am, what you are, and what is all the same. Plain and simple. An invitation to live this life in freedom, in simplicity, not being deluded by ideas of hierarchies. Just being love, just being happy, happiness, just being true. Doing our best while wearing the human body. Of course, true nature has got nothing to do with the body. True nature is before the body and after the body. And yet it is animating the body. And then the body vehicle acts as a vehicle of service, acts as an antenna, acts as a means by which consciousness comes to know itself more deeply, where life comes alive to itself in and as everything. Essentially, the body is a vehicle of service, always, in every way. To come to freedom of the body is to come to the now and feel the presence that just is, not dependent upon the body, is utterly free of the body, is aware of the body, is just simply being here. That the felt sense of being here opens to the recognition that you are not the body, you are not the mind, you are not the person that you have believed yourself to be. And it is only through constant inquiry, questioning all of the concepts and ideas that we can untangle the play on the surface of life. To be the humility that constantly questions, that never arrives anywhere, constantly questions, is constantly humbled, constantly in awe of clearer and clearer seeing. To never land anywhere, to just be hovering, hovering, hovering in true nature. Hovering is the now, hovering is the being that just is. In knowing true nature comes the knowing of the one true nature. It is the nature of everything. But it is not a thing, it is not a concept, it's not a belief. It just is an emptiness, an openness, an equanimity. We have to be fooled again and again and again by the play of the world in order for all of the concepts and beliefs to crumble. We have to have the willingness to see how foolish we can be, how ready we are to believe in things. The grace is all of the offerings that play, all of the offerings that play, that fool us. Because there is this possibility to see through the delusion, see through our own deception, see through all of the ways that we are looking for a spirituality that satisfies the me and fits into my life. Just to be aware, just to allow the light of awareness to shine upon, to recognize that you are the light that is shining, and you are not the concepts, you are not the beliefs of the story, you are not the me, you are the light that is shining. And the light that is shining cannot ever lose anything, cannot lose itself, because it is a light that shines in and of itself just because it is. This is the true nature. It is the luminous effulgence of the light that just is, the light that shines, because light shines in truth, because light knows no other possibility than its own shining. And it is blissful. It is blissfully content in its own shining knowing of itself. Self-luminous, shining as itself. This is the one true nature. The one true nature of all beings is just simply being. To know this so deeply, to know this freedom so deeply before the mind gets seduced into ideas of higher states and more, and this and that, and other ideas of what is possible. Be free first. Be free and then find out. Be free first before the mind is seduced with ideas and imaginings of where it wants to get to. You see how easy it is to be fooled, how easy it is to be fooled into wanting more, how easy it is to start imagining. Be free, be happy, be true. Did you ever read the story of the Emperor's New Clothes? Just to feel the resonance of what was being pointed to in that story. The divine is cunning, cunning in the ways that she will trick us. She will trick us and trick us again in order for us to see through the delusion of wanting, of desire. Can come to freedom, but desire, ego attachment, the play of power, it's all waiting to come back in again. It's always waiting in the wings. So you can never rest. Just know that these roots are deep, and until they are fully pulled up all the way, they will be ready to start to grow new shoots. So, resting in the freshness of now, resting in devotion to now, resting in the simplicity, the emptiness, the openness, as the aware being that is always aware and ready in its allowing, accepting openness for anything and everything to be revealed, to shine the light on everything in order for freedom to be the shining truth that is a knowing that shines in and of itself. Nothing has any meaning, not unless we give it meaning. There is only now, and now is full and rich and perfect, entirely empty and yet full of itself, full of the love that is, full of the happiness that is. You are this immaculate being. And so as these words come, it is to feel the truth where it resonates. Let go of all concepts. Let go of all knowledge that has been gathered. and be here now in the simple knowing of yourself. And then see what remains. See what remains. Mm. 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 In the knowing of true nature, you are the life, the aliveness of life. You are the aliveness of life that animates the form. But you are never stuck as the form. You're never holding a position as the form. So it is to rest as the formless and not identify with the form. Rest as the formless flow of life. Be constantly flowing, constantly alive and fresh as life itself. Recognize there will be moments when you will feel like a coagulation as form and play as the form, but you never, ever, ever leave the essence of being the formless flow of life. Not to get attached and identified with form is to live this freedom. Live as the freedom. Yes, you will find yourself surrounded by beings that possibly are not living the same freedom, but do not be pulled into identifying because you want to fit in or find comfort. Be the pioneer, be the light, be the truth. Be the formless flow of life, the unconditional flow of love. Be the joy that is, even if it feels like you are different. You are being invited into your divinity, your purity. All beings are, but only when we receive the grace of this freedom without trying to fit in with the image of the world as we see it. You see, we are so easily pulled into the play of delusion. This is where the willingness to see where we play out these kind of dynamics. To be free is to be unconventional. To be free of convention. To be free of the rules. Do not play by the rules. The rules are meaning. The rules are concept. You will find your innate goodness. Your innate goodness will flow as life. None of it is as we imagine it to be. Everything is the same. Everything is the same. Live this freedom. Live this freedom of true nature. At all costs, live this freedom. You You see, you can feel the pull to live this freedom at all costs. And then the glory is you get to meet what is in the way. You get to meet the places where there is tangle, where there are concepts. Nothing is wrong. It's just to shine the light of awareness, shine the light that you are upon the areas where you start to play, to be comfortable, to make others comfortable. You just shine the light. When you shine the light and you rest in true nature, everything takes care of itself. The play of the world, your unique view of the world, is created out of your consciousness. It's not real, it's not reality. Your essence nature is reality. Consciousness flows and appears as creation. Consciousness creates an appearance in order to know itself, in order to experience itself, in order for life to know itself through living itself, right? So we are in service. We are not slaves to this. We are not bound by this. We are in service. Part of that service is to free all of the restrictions, contraction, and patternings that seem to be holding a sense of individuality. It brings freedom from the sense of individuality. It brings more smoothness and gorgeousness to life. But that is not the goal. The goal is not, oh, now I'm feeling good. But this gets realized as everything untangles. Because the flow starts to be recognized as a flow of surrender, as a flow of devotion that is impersonal and is in service to the whole, starts to naturally be recognized. Because consciousness is arising out of the source, the light. Let us say it is directed in a way by that. It knows how to untangle itself. Its tangling has been perfection, and now it is in the process of untangling itself in an incredibly rich and at quite a pace. Our service is to live this truth as deeply as it is known, to have the willingness to not give meaning, not live in meaning, not live in delusion, to be willing to question and see through every concept, every idea, every conditioning, every pattern, not because there's any one that's doing anything wrong. This is the flow of consciousness experiencing itself, coming to know its essence, and as it comes to know its essence, it all comes into a more aligned, free-flowing life, living itself, flowing more freely, unedited, unfiltered, finer and finer and finer. So do not take any of these words on as concept. Just feel the resonance. Feel the resonance as aliveness. Where you feel the aliveness, here you are. Here is truth. Do not give any meaning to it. Do not make a purpose out of it. Just be here now. To be here now is the only purpose, the only meaning. It is the richest possibility, but it cannot be fully alive in any idea of a past or future. It can only be fully alive in the awakeness of now. Mm-hmm. And then there is this living of life, life living itself, the divine living as the expression which we call humanness. You do not have to understand the humanness. You do not have to master humanness. You just come to your true nature, and humanness just is. Humanness just is a natural flow of the divine. It knows how to live itself. You come to this true human, this free human, this flowing humanness. Never identifying, always just being the formless flow, the aliveness. Never leaving the divine nature in order to be human, recognizing that human is divine. It's just a word. Let's not give it meaning. And then the richness of living this truth on the surface of life, the joy, the beauty, the miracle of living this truth on the surface of life, utterly free. But willing to be constantly humbled, to constantly see more. Never arriving, always just being the aliveness of now. Being the devotion, being the surrender. Being the divine silence. Mm. Mm.